morning and welcome to the Vego Way day 6. I only got one hand. Congratulations on making it this far. That's amazing. I think you would have probably noticed quite a lot of changes happening right now. I'm going through changes. But yeah, you made it through 6 days and today is Sunday morning. So how is everybody feeling? I had a few drinks with a couple of friends last night because we had a friend visiting. I actually feel surprisingly alright today. I drank completely keto, so I had gin and soda water with lemon, and I also had a mixer which was Coke Zero, which I don't really like doing because it's got horrible sweeteners in it, but sometimes when you're drinking you do crave sweeter things, and I'd rather do that than kick myself out of keto. I think that's probably, I've noticed since drinking sugar-free, I actually feel my hangovers are loads less worse in the morning. Just, obviously I'm still a bit sleepy, but I'm talking a bit quietly because people are still asleep upstairs, so that's why I'm all hush-hush. But yeah, it's a beautiful morning this morning. The sun is shining. And how's everybody feeling after their psyllium husk bread? So, as I mentioned yesterday, I did some research about it, and yesterday I felt quite weird most of the day. I didn't feel tired or anything, I just felt a bit out of it. And after reading about what psyllium husk does to your guts in a good way, it can make you feel like bloated and gassy at first. And I think that might be why I was feeling out of it, because I don't know if you've ever heard of like a happy gut is a happy mind. So if you've got stuff going on in your gut bacteria, it can actually make you feel a bit rubbish. But then at the end of the day, I won't go into details, but obviously things moved along, and I felt 100% better. So I think it actually does kind of clean you on the inside. And read about the psyllium husk. I'll put a link in the description below. But I think that kind of bread, eating that kind of bread regularly, is actually really good for your insides. And that leads me on to one other point, is another thing about the ketogenic diet. This is coming from someone who suffered from IBS in the past, like digestive trouble. I don't have any of that on the ketogenic diet, and I've read so many accounts of other people that don't have that don't experience any digestive trouble on the ketogenic diet, as long as you keep your water intake up. Otherwise, things kind of dry up on the inside. But yeah, it really does help any digestive problems, which is amazing. That's another reason why I just love eating this way. But yeah, please put your comments below of any of the experiences you're having at the moment through the ketogenic diet, and ask questions if you're worried about things. We're all here to help each other. But anyway, let's get started on breakfast. And today we're going to be Sunday morning. And what does everybody like on a Sunday morning? They like a fry-up. So let's go to the kitchen and cook ourselves a nice vegan keto fry-up. For this morning's fry-up, we've got, we're going to be making 2 sausages, cooking them in the oven. We've got 3 spears of asparagus. We've got an avocado, we've got 4 cherry tomatoes, about half of a red pepper, 3 kind of large mushrooms or small portobello mushrooms. We're going to have a slice of bread and some spinach, and it's going to be yum yum yum. So we're going to fry them all in that, and we're going to cook those in the oven. We're going to toast that. Let's get started. I'm going to put a bit of olive oil in here, because we're running low on rapeseed oil. And then we get that heating up on moderate to low heat. Gonna get a pan, thingy for the sausages to cook up. Put on some foil, save cleaning later. I love these sausages because they are really low in carbs. Per 2 sausages is 6.9 grams of carbs. We've got 4.6 grams of fibre, so it's really good. They've never kicked me out of ketosis. Okay, and those will go in the oven for 15 minutes, which is about how long this takes to cook. mile for 15, so don't forget. So the first thing out of all of this I'm going to put on to cook is the pepper, because that's going to take the longest. So that is 80 grams of red pepper. Just going to do it in nice strips. And then we're going to put the asparagus. So we've always cut the ends off because they're a bit tough down there. And you can just put them in to cook as they are. They fit. There they go in the middle, nicely. Don't forget to turn them all. And then we've got our mushrooms. I think I'm going to leave them as they are, nice big mushrooms. Pop them down the side. Do what we did when we made them before with the avocado on top. Put some oil in and around because they will absorb it. And we shall put some salt and pepper. Cut your bread, get that ready. Pop that in a toaster, so it's ready to do. And while that's still cooking, you can get your avocado ready. I forgot to weigh the mushrooms. So mushrooms, you had 114 grams of mushrooms. That's 77 grams of tomatoes. Can't fry about tomatoes. And half avocado and 3 asparagus bits. That's easy to find online. Now, this really is just such a good keto breakfast alternative. You might be eating this with friends that are eating like eggs and everything, and you might be like, oh, I missed that, but this, I mean, you're eating clean and you're eating green, and like I said before, the ketosis I've been in this time round feels so different to when I was eating animal protein, and it's just so much better. It just feels so much cleaner, and it's worth it in the long run. Obviously, this is, I'm guiding you guys to eat vegan, but maybe some of you have just started being vegan and you're not that bothered about eating eggs or whatever. And any of these recipes that I'm giving you, if you want to add egg or cheese or whatever, or even if you're a meat eater and you want to add meat to it, by all means do that. Like, I don't judge anyone that wants to eat that way. I'm just doing it the vegan way, showing you guys how to do it the vegan way. But you can adjust all of these to whatever you want. But yeah, it's just so nice to be able to have some form of a breakfast, especially on Sunday morning. So on your plate, nice to put like a bed of spinach. You can put some of your cooked stuff on it, and it'll kind of cook the spinach, which is really yummy. Yum, 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 yum. Yeah. Just a handful of spinach. And then we just gotta wait for this to cook. Gotta wait for the sausages to cook. And then I'll toast the toast. The sausages are nearly done. This has been cooking really low. I actually turned this off for a few minutes just because the sausages weren't ready yet. So maybe you should wait for the sausages to cook for like 5 minutes before you start cooking this stuff. But it's looking really good, really greasy. Okay, I would say all of this is done now. So I'm just going to turn the hob off, wait for the bread to pop up, and then that will be ready for serving onto it. And then look at the sausages. The bread has popped up, so we're just going to butter that quickly. Now we can serve the lovely veggies. So I might have a fry without sausages. And that, everybody, is a keto vegan fry up. Ta-da! There's the finished piece. So, congratulations on cooking your first vegan proper fry up, keto fry up. And if you managed to do that on a Sunday morning, that's really good. You should be proud of yourself. There's a few things going on at the same time, but it's easy to get used to. And this will satisfy your fry up cravings. So enjoy your fry up, cure that hangover, and I'll see you at lunchtime. Bye. Now I'm probably going to get slated for saying this, but this is very high in sugar. It's got 2.3 or 23 grams of carbs per 100 grams. So if you divide that into 10, it's about 2.3 carbs per tablespoon. So I like to have this sometimes with them, especially like this, just a little bit. It won't kick you out of ketosis. But like I said, I'm probably going to get slated for saying this because people kind of stay away from this. But you can make keto tomato ketchup, which I will show you at some point. But if you do want a little bit, have a little bit, but a tablespoon, don't have more than that, or you're naughty. Okay, it's lunchtime and we're going to be making keto vegan pizza. And there's the evil carb eaters in the background.
Cake.
What are you eating?
Cake.
Oh, enjoy that when you have your sugar crash in half an hour.
Sure. That means it's time for more sugar.
From the sugar addict's mouth. But yeah, so I'm going to show you how to make a vegan keto pizza base and put a low carb topping on it. So the base is made out of coconut flour, psyllium husk and some salt and pepper, and on the topping we're going to use the rest of the passata from yesterday and some tomato puree, just a little bit, and then mushroom, pepper, onion and tomatoes and olives. Yum yum. How's the sugar, Mark?
Stop filming us.
So for the base, it says to use 3/4 of a cup of coconut flour. So I'm just going to weigh that out so we know what that is in grams. So that's 85 grams of coconut flour. With coconut flour, it's always good to sieve it because there's loads of bits in it. So just put it in a sieve and you see you're left with these hard bits and just push them through so it's easier to mix later. And then just 2 tablespoons of psyllium husk. And 1/4 teaspoon of salt, which is bugger all basically. And I'm going to add some pepper. And then we need to add a cup of lukewarm water and a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. And then a cup of lukewarm water and mix it in. So once you've mixed it and kneaded it all together, just says to knead it for a minute, form a dough, like a dough ball, and then leave it in a warm room for 10 minutes to rise. It looks like a brain. And it says it will get drier as you go along. That's just the coconut water absorbing stuff, so don't worry about that. Cool. So that's the dough ball done. And I will be back in 10 minutes to do the rest. Right, so while we're waiting for the dough to rise, we're going to just prepare the toppings. So we've got 2 mushrooms, which weigh in at 90 grams, so 90 grams of mushrooms. Slice them up. We've got 2 cherry tomatoes, which weigh in at 40 grams, and again slice them nice and thin. And then we're going to put half a green pepper on it. And there's an onion. This is optional, so you might not want to use an onion if you've already had quite a lot of carbs today, because onions are quite high in carbs. I'm putting it on mine. But like with any of these recipes, just adjust them to what you want to have. This is just an example. So that's only 37 grams of onions, so it's like hardly anything anyway. And also some olives, so black olives, 18 grams of black olives, and we do 18 grams of green olives too. Cool, so that's the toppings. And then for the sauce, we're just going to use the rest of the passata. Sarah Nelson's passata. You just cut the corner off because these containers are really annoying to get them out of. So you just cut the corners off and see what's left in there. And then we're just going to use about 2 tablespoons of tomato puree. And you can put some herbs in this too, so I'm going to put a little bit of garlic and maybe a bit of oregano and other things in. So now you have everything ready, and so we just need to heat up the oven to 220 degrees. So for rolling out the dough, you have to use some baking paper, or parchment paper, as some people call it. One bit there. And it says to slightly oil it with a little bit of olive oil, to stop the thing from sticking. Put a little bit like that on, and if you've got a brush, so once you put a little bit of olive oil on, just use a pastry brush or a tissue or something just to lightly oil it. We're going to put our base there, and we're going to get another bit of parchment paper. So we put the second one on top, and it's really important to use parchment paper or baking paper, because otherwise it will stick to the rolling pin. Oh yeah, I need a rolling pin. Mark, where's the rolling pin?
Oh my god, don't you need all your tools to hand before you start filming?
No, it's more fun this way. Aha, thank you. Okay, so use a rolling pin. Once you've flattened it out with your hand, as much as you can, use your rolling pin to start to roll it between the paper. I would say that has been enough now. Ta-da! So it's obviously a weird shape, but you can either make it into a circular shape or just leave it as it is if you're not bothered. I'm going to leave it like this because I think it's nice having it this shape. I don't want to waste any of the crust. So another really important step is you have to pre-bake this before putting the toppings on. So you have to bake it for a bit in the oven and then take it out and then put the toppings on and then keep baking it. You can just keep it on the parchment paper and put it straight onto the baking tray, what you're baking it on. And you can cut around it if you think it's going to get in the way of the oven. And it has to go into the oven, be pre-baked for 12 to 15 minutes. In it goes. Please cook well. I'm burning! Help me! We're gonna get the crust out of the oven, and it's inflated a lot, but hopefully that's gonna go down, or we're gonna be having like pizza bread. Okay. Oh, actually, it's just like a thick crust pizza. I think that's gonna. Ah, it's going down. Cool. Excellent. Right. Now let's put the toppings on. First things first, put the tomato puree on and just spread it around. And I'm going to sprinkle the onion on. One thing that I always do with pizzas, which I think is really important, is to put a bit of olive oil over all of it, because it will help all of these raw ingredients cook in the oven. Otherwise they kind of just dry up. So this will really help it cook nicely. It's probably about a tablespoon altogether. So that is the pizza ready, and we're going to stick it back into the oven for another 10 minutes. Hopefully we'll have an edible pizza. Fingers crossed. So it's time for the pizza to come out the oven. What will it be? It's alive! Oh, that looks really good. If you don't think your vegetables are cooked enough, you can put them under the grill for a bit so it doesn't burn the base, but I think this looks good, so I'm going to leave it as it is. So once it has come out the oven, transfer it to the plate. Hopefully we'll be able to get this off. Then slice it. Nice and easy. And there you have your low carb, vegan, keto pizza. Ta-da! That's awesome. So there is the finished piece. If you've successfully made your keto pizza, well done. That's day 6 of your making your meal. So well done if you've done that and went to the effort of doing it. It gets easier as it goes along, so you'll kind of enjoy it as you make more of your own food. But yeah, enjoy your pizza, and it's only 10 grams of carbs. Well done. Grams of Swede, and we're going to do 2 of these burgers. I'm cooking evil normal crisps, chips for the carb eaters. Cool, and it's a really simple recipe. Let's season the chips. We're gonna put some olive oil. Oh, yeah. Some olive oil in here. You want enough to be able to like shake it. Shake the chips in it. And paprika, I would say. So that kind of like a nice spiced. Really important paprika in it. And some salt. And garlic, of course. And maybe a bit of chili to make it spicy. And some pepper. Cool, and once that's done, just mix it all together. And then, excuse me, simply pour this into the bowl and shake it. And once that's done, just simply pour them out on the tray. Once they're on the tray, you can even put a bit more seasoning on if you want to. So like really lightly, just put a bit of paprika and maybe a bit of coriander. Let's try the new coriander grinder. Yeah, awesome. Cool, and now these are going to go in the oven for about 45 minutes to an hour. So I am cooking normal chips for the others as well. So I'm going to put this in now, and I think the chips take about half an hour. So I'm going to come back in about 20 minutes and put the chips in, and the burgers. And the burgers take 15 minutes, so they're going right at the end. Cool, so that's that really. It's as simple as that. Put it in the oven, wait for it to cook, and it's done. So I'll show you how it cooks. I'll show you, come back later on. I completely forgot to say that they go in the oven at 190. Okay, so it's been in for 15 minutes. So we're gonna take it out and shake it all about. Oh, they're cooking really well. So they're actually cooking loads quicker than I thought they would be, which is awesome. So give them a bit of a move around. So we're gonna put them in for about another half an hour. So I'm gonna put everything else in, like the other chips, and I'll put the burgers in, which are under here. 15 minutes further done, because they only take 15 minutes. Hello! I look different. It's me from the future. For some reason, the ending of day 6 has gone missing, so I'm recording another ending of day 6 now. So yeah, I hope you've had a good day today. I hope you enjoyed the Swede fries with the burgers. I'm really sorry that there was no ending to that video. I've searched and searched. I have no idea where it's gone. I watched Gremlins last night, so maybe the Gremlins got into my phone and took it all away. But yeah, congratulations on finishing day 6. That's an amazing thing. You're nearly a week through it. So keep going, and if you're feeling downhearted about anything, it will get better, trust me, it always gets better. So you're doing really fantastically, amazingly well. You should be proud of yourselves. I hope you've had a good day today. I hope you've enjoyed things. I hope you're feeling good and feeling empowered. And it's just great to be a part of this, isn't it? Like sharing this all together. So I'm gonna sign out now and let you enjoy your evening, and I will see you tomorrow for day 7 of the 21 Days of Vego. A week already. Ooh, you've made a week. Well done. Awesome. Cool. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.